Welcome back, and I'm delighted to be joined now by Danny Allen, Vice President of Tech Diversity and Inclusion at SAP Labs. Danny, welcome, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So first up, you're heavily involved in mentoring and diversity inclusion programs at SAP Labs. Tell us a bit more about what you're doing there.
So the general idea is that most people aren't seen, and you have to find a way to help them move along. So I mentor a wide variety of individuals, both male and female, and then I attempt to sponsor them, get them noticed and put into various positions. But generally it's to help them be seen.
Mm-hmm. And is that both starting out and progressing their careers further up into the company?
Throughout, yes, absolutely throughout. I think in a lot of cases, people get stagnant in their grade level or their role in a company. They want to do something different, but they don't know a way to kind of move out of what they've been doing, to be seen, to be understood that they have additional talents. And so the idea is to get the communication started, help them network, help them understand how to navigate through the system, and then whenever an opportunity comes up, to advocate for them.
Mm-hmm. And you're personally involved in mentoring colleagues at SAP Labs. Can you talk about a couple of the things that have worked and examples of how you've helped people?
Yeah, I think the one thing that's helped the most is really identifying when there's a set of executives around and bringing them along. And it's like, oh yeah, and have you met so-and-so? That seems to help quite a bit, because first of all, most people are a little nervous when they see executives. They're just people, different job. And so they're a little nervous about it. And early in your career, you're probably less likely to go up to the CEO and say, hey, my name is whatever. But I think that's the piece that's helped the most. Then getting them involved in events that we're doing around campus or elsewhere. And we do every once in a while a broadcast globally, and just make sure that they're heard, they get a question in, that people know who they are, and then later on just to keep them in the know.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And you're here at Enterprise Worlds to talk at the Women in Technology Summit.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be talking about how the industry can do more to increase representation. What are your thoughts on that?
So it's specific to women in tech. So there's two groupings, so to speak. Generally, when you look at the heads of corporations or executive levels in corporations, they're pretty uniform. If you look at the mid-level, there's a little more diversity there, and at the bottom, that's where the bulk of the diversity is. So when you talk about women in tech, whether you're talking about women or underrepresented talents in general, the key is to see somebody that's higher than you in rank, so that you can aspire to that role. If you don't see anybody that's like you or is in higher rank, it makes it extremely difficult for you, because now you feel like you're fighting a battle, like Atlas is pushing that rock up the hill. It's that sort of thing. You want to encourage, because when you want people to bring their authentic self to work, when you really want them to contribute, to go beyond what they even thought they could accomplish, you have to give them some incentive. And the incentive of seeing somebody who looks like you at the top levels of a company makes a difference. So, women in tech, I think the focus for tomorrow is really talking about the value of the contribution, the inclusion of women in these technical roles. And if let's just be realistic. If about half of the world is women, and generally 30% or less are in these roles, we got some work to do. Whether it's in tech or otherwise, we have some work to do, because you need to be representative of your audience if at all you're going to be relevant.
Absolutely. And what would your advice be for some of the women out there just starting out their careers in tech, or thinking about starting a career in tech?
Yeah, I'd say that the key to any position, the key to any engagement is conversation. So you have to network. You have to find a way to embrace difference. And embracing difference, don't just hang with people who are like you or from your group or from your team, your org. Stretch beyond that, so embrace difference. People who may be in wheelchairs, people who may be autistic, people who are tall, bigger than you, or whatever. I'm saying embrace difference, but really you need to network. So that's the first thing. We generally talk about if you're going to do that, you need to find a mentor. And it's harder to find a mentor. Mentors will probably find you, and in that whole process you might find a sponsor, somebody who can really make things happen for you. So as you're going through your career, there are 3 groups of people that you'll encounter that will help you along your way. Coaches, mentors, and sponsors. Coaches are people who kind of pull out of you what you have as qualifications. Mentors can do the coaching, but they're really more about navigating, helping you navigate through the passageways to see where that talent can take you or where you need to maybe supplement it. Sponsors are people who put their career on the line, so to speak. They advocate for you beyond just navigating through your career. So you need to find a mentor, if at all possible. Somebody that's different than you, but that has done some of the stuff. And then ultimately you need to perform. You have to do a good job. So whatever your assignment is, do it extremely well, and keep track of your performance. Make sure that it's understood, not to be boastful, but to be proud. And the other side of the coin is, I'd say, with that performance, always to stretch. Do some stretch goals. Try to do something that's beyond what you think you can do, but something comes up as an opportunity, say, I'll do that. I'll try that. Let me have it try at it. And I think that's the important piece.
Just put yourself out there, basically.
Put yourself out there, yeah, most definitely.
Danny, that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.